totally snowed in here. We got quite a bit of snow last night. And I was thinking, well, what am I gonna do today? I mean, I have a lot of things I can do, but you know, I'd rather be in the kitchen. So I bought these pitas from the store, and they're starting to go kind of stale, and I had one for breakfast this morning. It just tastes like crap. So I figure I'm gonna make my own pitas. So I got this re-gift in a sense from my mom, this pizza stone, which is a Pampered Chef thing, so shout out to Jocelyn for this. It was a little bit damaged on the edge there, but that's okay. So I'm gonna try this. It's been my first time using this to cook my pitas on. And so I've got all my ingredients together here. So here we go, let's make some pitas. Okay, so I just added 1 cup of warm water with 2 teaspoons of dry yeast. Now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of sugar. This is really nice. It doesn't require a lot of sugar. I'm just going to mix this around just a little bit here. And then to this, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of whole wheat flour. So I'm just going to mix that in. Just beat that in a bit. I'm gonna get all the lumps out. Next, we're gonna add half a cup of regular white flour to this. And again, we're just gonna mix this up. Okay, now we're just gonna let this goo sit for about 15 minutes in a warm place. My house is pretty warm right now, so it could just sit on the counter for 15 minutes. Okay, so our little yeast mixture has really bubbled up really nice. So next we're gonna add in here our salt, which is 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and the rest of the white flour. And we'll give that a mix. I guess one of the good things about enjoying baking is you sort of get to know the texture and feel of dough. And this is just not quite, I'm following the recipe, but it's gonna need a little bit more flour. So again, just know your dough. So just keep adding a little bit at a time. Don't add too much, just go up in little increments. Okay, I'm pretty sure that it asked for only half a cup of flour, but I am sure that I've now added just over a cup of regular flour to this. So I should be able to get it out of here now and still kind of work on it a bit on the counter. So just it's a very soft dough, but still too sticky. So just again, use the flour sparingly, but just get it to a nice, there we go. Now it's starting to come together. It's not sticking so bad. Wow, that is a really soft, beautiful dough. So any type of a bread dough should be slightly elasticy. Okay, so now we're just going to take our dough off the counter, transfer it, still a little bit sticky, transfer it back to our bowl, and we're just going to let it sit. I'm going to cover it with a towel. We're going to let it sit for about an hour. So while I'm waiting for my dough to rise, I get to have my snack now because it is just after 11:30. So I get my scoop of protein with half a banana. Okay, I set my stove to 475 degrees and just placed my pizza clay baking dish on the lowest rack on the stove. So it's just getting warmed up now. Okay, so while our stove is warming up, let's check on our dough. Oh yeah, coming along nice. Wow, look at that. Nice, and just gonna punch that down. Ooh, still pretty sticky, but just gonna get my hands sort of so I can grab this out of here. And we're just gonna work this a bit on the surface. Okay, we're just gonna knead it a bit. Okay, so now I'm just gonna chop it up into 4 pieces. So I should be able to get 4 pitas out of this. Okay, I'm just gonna cover 3 of these and just leave them on the side here. And I'm gonna take my one little piece here, I'm gonna make it into a ball. And then we're just gonna start to roll it out. So I've got my rolling pin here. I'm just gonna start to roll it out nice and thin. Ooh, nice dough. See what I mean about elasticy? It's when you roll it, it should kind of pull back in a little bit. So that's a good sign. If your dough's not doing that, you probably got too much flour. So what you're striving for is a nice round shape. I mean, I'm not too worried if this isn't like perfectly round. That's okay. But just try to get it nice and thin. And I say a nice kind of a round shape. And we'll let it cook for about 2 minutes on one side, and then when it pops up, we'll flip it for about a minute on the other side. Well, I have to say my Pampered Chef baking stone worked really, really well to make these wonderful pitas, which I'm gonna have for lunch. So let's just open one up here, just see what it looks like inside. Ooh, nice and warm. And then of course you've got that space in the middle. This is gonna go so good with my lunch. Okay, I've got some chicken breasts, some tabbouleh salad, my freshly made pita with a little bit of peppers on top, and I'm just gonna drizzle just a little bit of olive oil on top of my pita. And there we go. There's our Mediterranean lunch.